yes, everyone gather around. It's time for another spooky episode of Chubby Cat Podcast, brought to you by Chubby Cat Network. It's me, it's Tom. Hello. Welcome to episode 38 of Chubby Cat. I'm here with a Frankenstein concoction in my hand, made by only the true Scottish. I don't mean, they call it sangria, but I think it's literally the devil's jizz. It's so strong. I took a sip of it and I'm like already like, oh man.
It's safer to call it jungle juice at this point because it's welcome to the jungle, baby.
It literally is. 2 types of moonshine,
I think it would be overly optimistic to call
a whole
sangria
bottle of white wine
at this point.
a splash of orange juice, and maybe some pineapple juice for flavor.
Yeah, pineapple.
just like a little
pineapple with coconut.
Let's put it this way. I took a sip of this huge 32-ounce glass that's in my hand right now, and I feel like my whole body is awakened. I feel like
I'm lit up like a Christmas tree.
I feel like I'm going to my first college party. My friend Lial and Riley are there, and they're showing me a good time. And oh god. Anyways, hey everyone, welcome back. Glad you're here. Glad you joined us. I'm gonna Babe Ruth it. I like to do that.
All right.
Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for giving us a review on iTunes. It's pretty sick of you to do. Remember, you still have 2 weeks left to like and subscribe and give us a review on iTunes to be entered into this month's drawing to win a $10 gift card to wherever you like if you win. So make sure you do that. Spread the word and all that good stuff. That's pretty much it for me. As always, I'm joined by my lovely Smoans over here if they want to give a shout out.
I'm Sterling Morris.
And I'm Jason Kaufman.
I on the mic couldn't tell the difference. So. Actually, real quick,
It's a good day.
no repeats. If you had to be a Girl Scout cookie, which one would you be?
Thin Mint.
I go Samoa.
All right. Nice. Okay.
I just love Thin Mint. So
What about you?
I couldn't imagine being any other cookie.
Fucking probably a trefoil. I'm just plain.
Oh, shit.
Hey, trefoils are good though.
They are good with
You
some
want-
vanilla ice cream.
You just want like a little bit of shortbread. They're nice.
Girls, because I'm reliable. They know I'm not going to go anywhere.
That's true.
Trefoils are there for you when the Thin Mints run out.
And then you
And
then you slam on your brakes and you're like, you roll to the window. You're like, hey, you got Girl Scout cookies? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, she was with her mom. This is a story about when Girl Scouts were being sold. Not Girl Scouts, but Girl Scout cookies.
Wow.
Jungle juice.
Jungle juice.
Jungle juice.
The word now is gonna be like the juice.
The juice.
Anyways, yeah, so I was driving to Jason's house, and I was taking a back way, and there was Girl Scouts pulling a little wagon. I slammed on my brakes, rolled in my window, I was like, Girl Scout cookies? And they're like, yeah. And I threw my car in reverse and just fucking rolled my window down. I was like, I'll take them all.
God, speaking of reverse, Sterling.
Reverse.
What talk about yesterday?
Yeah.
Reverse.
I'll be honest. I thought we did really well. We didn't die.
This is true.
Is this GTA or is this real life?
This is real life.
Is this Sterling backing up, not looking?
I looked.
Mostly looking.
I looked.
I feel like you don't look when you back up.
Sometimes I don't.
All right. Lay the
I don't
story
think he
on me.
looked enough for the rate of travel at which he went.
Yeah, we definitely went at a normal speed through a parking lot, but backwards.
So we pulled. There was like a tow truck that was pulling through, and then like another car was trying to go around the tow truck and like stopped, and then another car was like backing out of a parking space and trying to like. It just got really nasty.
Yeah, it was a lot of
Like,
going on.
I was like, "There's too many cars here."
Sorry, sounds like a setup for a disaster.
Yeah, so then I was like, "Fuck this," and just like whips it in reverse, and I mean, we took the corner going probably 25.
Fuck.
Like,
It wasn't that bad.
and just hip
People who
shot
say
reversed.
that are people who say it's not that bad.
Yeah, it was not that great. And we traveled probably about 1/10 of a mile in reverse to this parking lot in this like zigzag pattern.
We did.
What parking lot?
The Burlington Coat Factory parking lot.
Oh shit, you guys! That's already a horrible.
Wasn't
horrible
great.
Parking
That
lot.
was the
Was not great.
That was a big part of the issue.
Yeah.
And then he went to pull into another spot, and it was a compact spot. So then he went back into reverse and whipped it into another aisle. I was like, Jesus, this is how I die.
I believe it, but you didn't die.
But we didn't.
Did you already buy those horrible pants though?
No.
Oh, okay. So maybe that was a sign from a
I
certain
should have
someone
done.
that you should have not gone to Burlington that day and bought those horrible pants.
Hey, I got some
We have to
nice
post a
pants, too.
picture of those pants, of you in those pants.
We do.
They're good.
They are something.
They're terrible.
They're
No,
literally. I walked in. He was wearing. I was like, "Those are much. Those are a lot." And he's like, "Yeah." And I literally like couldn't look at him as he was in those pants. Like it was just too much.
Yeah.
Too much pant.
There's a lot happening. That being said, I'm interested in that style of pant, and this is the only one
No.
I've found.
Like I said, if they were in a black or like a dark green or a khaki, I'd be all in. I'd be like, "Let's go right now."
Yeah.
It's just even if they were just in that red,
Yeah.
I would do it if it was in that red.
What I'm considering, and I did this before, but with like a brown. I don't remember, it was for a costume, I think, where I dyed something like that was white brown, because I found it in white, but I couldn't find it like a light, like a khaki. But it didn't come out very like consistent, like putting like dye in like a load of laundry to like dye the clothes.
Yeah.
But I was considering like trying to just dye them like a straight black.
Huh? How would you berries? How did they dye things in the back old days black? Coal?
It had lots of
Ash?
methods. They could use ash. Although often that was actually like they would bleach stuff with ash.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, really?
It doesn't make it darker.
Yeah.
It's
potash.
Yeah. But yeah, they might use like coal. Yeah, a lot of like plant fibers and stuff, but they didn't have a ton of variety of colors, which is why like people went batshit for purple.
Yeah.
When they figured it out in Roman times, and they were like,
Dude, purple's a good color. Respect purple.
They almost
yeah, but
completely brought a species extinct because of their demand for purple.
but they were like, oh my god,
What do they use to make purple?
It's a snail.
yeah, it's like an insect.
It's
yeah.
a
Or cephalopod,
actually-
I suppose.
Really?
Yeah, it's from their shells.
It's like the new Walker Trail here in Santee. All those poor caterpillars are going extinct.
There's a lot of caterpillars that are getting stepped on out there.
So many caterpillars have to die for
But yeah,
us
I
to
mean-
walk around.
For most of
That didn't rhyme at all.
Did not.
for most of history, the color homespun was pretty fucking popular because that was what you got. It was your default color.
Homespun?
Yeah, I mean just like the color of wool. It's
Oh.
just called homespun.
We
Like
should
wool or
we should
linen,
start our own clothing line.
like
Lanolin.
lanolin. Yeah,
Holy
it was
shit, you
just
guys!
like-
We should start our own clothing line.
that'd be cool.
Throwback.
I mean,
What would we call it?
Chubby
Chubby
Cat?
Duds?
I mean, we could do that. We
I don't know.
try to call it something different. Oh, we're live. Hey,
This is really meta.
this is super meta.
Yeah.
For people who are watching our like early episode. Oh, look at that! It's
This is Zoe?
It's our one and only fan, Zoe. Hey,
Fuck
Zoe.
yeah, hey
How's it
Zoe.
going? Yeah, no, we should start our own clothing line. Zoe, would you wear? This is gonna be a nice little thing for you to listen back to. Would you wear a clothing line that we had made for you, like, not
Like if we made one
If
for
it-
Zoe,
not for Zoe, but like I
Okay.
mean like a female line and a gentleman line. So we had actually had female cut shirts. Like it wasn't just like
yeah,
put
yeah.
on this shirt and it's like, oh, there's no cut to it.
Yeah, we'd like what is it called?
Tailor it? I mean, it'd be...
Dude, that tastes like pure gasoline.
Yeah.
She said yes.
All right.
Also, Zoe, hit me up on PM to let me know when we're doing this photo shoot. Let's do it. Okay. So, anyways, it's again, dude, it's weird. It's one thing when you're talking and it's just the microphone, but when there's all of a sudden a camera on you, you just become very aware of it. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, if I just turn this on you right now. Like, see, now you adjust yourselves.
I have to. Well, I'm sitting. I've had this entire conversation with somebody literally last night. 82 to like 96% of the time, if I'm standing for a photo, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm great. There's a very small gap there, depending on the situation, where I look bad. Sitting, it is all busted biscuit can / double chins.
Yeah,
You-
he's,
No matter
like,
where-
doing
Your
this,
rapper
like,
name is Busted
slouch.
Biscuit.
busted biscuit.
Holy shit.
Really?
Busted biscuit
I'm
cans.
Sterling Two Bears. That's my thing, man.
But when you're a rapper, you are now Busket Biscuit.
Busket biscuit.
Busted biscuit.
Biscuit Bust. You're a biscuit buster. I don't know what that means yet, but
I'm not
it's a
sure.
job.
All right. All
God,
right.
okay.
What's your
Anyway,
official title? I bust biscuits.
Busting biscuits.
What does that mean? I
Nobody
make it
knows.
happen.
Make it happen.
What?
I know a guy.
I know a guy.
You want to know the best thing that's ever happened? Not best thing that's ever happened, but a really good story I heard. So it was on my first film set. So when you're on a film set, I'm totally gonna mess this up, but there's a guy who's in charge of like all the electronics and things of that way, and he's called the head gaffer, right? So and then like all the electricians and everything report to him. Well, the head gaffer has like a number 2, which is called a best boy. Best boys are also in charge of like running cable, making sure things are safe. He's basically like, you go to him because you don't ever, if you don't have to talk to the gaffer, you talk to the best boy. Like you'd never, if I was as a PA, like I would never go to a lead gaffer on a set and be like, hey, what's up? Like I would go to the best boy. So we were all staying in this hotel in Motel 6, and like the best boy, we go to set the next day and he looks tired. I was like, what's up, man? Like, why are you so tired? And he's like, oh, it's just one of my many jobs as the best boy. Like one of my things is make sure like, my gaffer is taken care of and like has everything he needs. And I was like, oh yeah? And he's like, yeah. So, I got to make sure he had a good time last night, and I made sure he had a good time. It just means I had to, I had nowhere to sleep last night. So that kind of sucked. I was like, huh.
Okay.
Fun fact.
I did not know that.
Had to offer up his own bed.
Yeah.
Wow,
that was
shit.
also the same guy who thought I was a badass because I showed up to set one day with a Swisher, because I was smoking a Swisher, because when everyone smokes, you smoke. And he thought, I was smoking by the director, and he offered me weed one day. I was like, oh, I don't smoke. He's like, oh, I thought you were badass. So I was like smoking in front of the director the other day in that Swisher. And I was like, I see. But I'm not that hardcore.
I'm not that bad.
I'm from San Diego. I don't know.
From San Diego. That's explanation enough.
I'm a white boy from Santee.
I'm from the suburbs of Temecula. I'm from wine country.
My origins.
From wine country.
Yeah.
Wow. That's true now.
Yeah.
It's not inaccurate.
I went to an elementary school called Nicholas Valley, and our mascot was the Knights. It's a lot, you guys. It's thick too. It's like thick.
It's nectar.
It's not a refreshing drink. You don't drink it to be refreshed. You drink it because you're like, I need plasma in my blood. It's so thick.
Oh man, I just got a whiff of the moonshine.
It's so much.
Sterling just
So
exhaled
much
like up
moonshine.
and that way, and it's still just like
It is.
I was like alcohol.
This is what it looks
Just
like. It looks like orange juice, but it's
reeks
way
of
thicker than
alcohol.
orange juice. It's like
It's also slightly.
I feel
thick.
like it's almost like a molasses
Yeah.
type
Well, they were in molasses jars.
thickness to it.
so-
It's pretty thick. It's pretty thick. Yeah, you guys. Fuck.
Speaking
Here's
of
to my
homebrewed-
health. Speaking of what?
Speaking of homebrewed,
Homebrewed, yes. Our other podcast. We should make our own homebrew. You guys,
have we talked about that before?
TM all this
Yeah.
right now. If you're
TM.
watching, this is all you can't take our ideas. It's against the law.
Sterling homebrewed mead once.
I did indeed.
I think we talked about that. No, we talked about you malling mead. I don't think we talked about you homebrewing mead.
Yeah.
Like, where'd you get the honey?
There's a honey farm over in Lakeside.
Yeah.
I went there, got 5 pounds of honey.
Oh, it's your wife's watching.
Oh, what's up, Selena?
What's up, Selena? What's up?
Hey,
What's
wife.
up? What's up?
But yeah, so you got 5 pounds of honey. Supposed to do per every gallon of water that you're using to make, you need a pound of honey.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, started brewing it in my garage. And then we ended up moving, and they ended up tenting the house, and my mead got left in, even though I asked them
Sounds
to pull it
gross.
out.
You didn't drink it afterwards, right?
No,
I threw it away.
It's probably a good call.
But it was well on its way to being like a fine, like it smelled like earthy, honeyed wine.
It looked like a jug of piss with a thick layer of jizz on top.
Oh my god.
It was the
It
nastiest
looked
looking shit.
horrific.
Oh, it looked like honey.
It was like the fermenting, like
Yeah.
it was. Oh my god! It looked god awful.
It's not a pretty process.
No.
So, but you're saying like if it wasn't for the poison, it probably would have been good.
Yeah, I would have ran it through a filter. That's the
Yeah,
next
yeah,
stage.
you gotta
Run
run it through a-
filter.
yeah.
yeah, you get all the shit out of it.
Yeah.
How long do you have to let it ferment for?
It really depends on how potent you want. I was going a month. I was on my 3rd week.
Damn.
And I was like, it is almost time. It has been in a relatively stable, dark place for long enough.
Yeah,
I've
it's in
checked.
your garage.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's
Back
funny?
corner.
So think about this.
So excited.
Food, right? Humans have a weird history with food. Like back in the day, you would eat something and you'd be like, okay, Fred didn't die when he ate those berries, so I guess those berries are good. Oh man, Fred left those berries out for a while. If you drink them, it makes you act funny. That's cool. Oh man, if you fucking eat this, but it tastes really bad. But if you leave it out for a while, it's actually pretty good. Like the whole kimchi thing, and like leaving out kimchi for like years and stuff, and like a clay pot, and people just eat it. Or like in Norway, the like fermenting pots of like fish that they have.
Oh,
and it's like
lutefisk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking loot
I'm
fist.
but it's so
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
crazy. I'm like, who was like, was like, we're poor. If we don't eat this fermenting fish that's been out for a while, like people are gonna die. It's a mom being like, no, it's a delicacy. Like you have to eat
You
this.
have
Like
to eat this.
it's a delicacy. Like yeah,
And then a generation of like poor Scandinavians grew up eating rotten fish, and they're like, oh, this tastes of home.
Yeah.
This is what we
It's
do
like
now.
us and Kraft mac and cheese. It's like,
oh, it sounds so good right now.
all right.
Apparently, according to this box of Kraft macaroni and cheese, I'm a family of 4.
We should make. Have you guys ever made? So I've made mac and cheese with Spam,
Oh yeah, all
hot
the time.
dogs, chicken. Have you guys
Not
ever
the-
made it with chorizo?
No.
No,
That kind of sounds good right now.
I mean,
it does sound next level.
sounds so
Right?
salty.
Maybe. No, because you have the milk.
I don't.
Maybe
Chorizo's
not.
just so. I don't know. It's spicy. It's salty. I don't know.
Oh, no, it sounds,
I'm sensitive to salt.
yeah. Oh, that sounds so good right now. Oh, I could fuck some chorizo right now. Anyways, so
Wow.
it's 2 weeks out now from
Speaking of
E3,
ASMR.
but we still have some games we didn't talk about. One, Assassin's Creed Origins. Super stoked about that.
That looks pretty cool.
Even though I still need to finish Black Flag, Rogue, whatever the one in London was, and
That was Syndicate.
yes,
I haven't
and
done that one yet either. I have it on my computer.
Really?
I just need to boot it up.
I also need to beat 3 still, but I'm just so over 3. It's
Boot
like,
it up, boot it up.
it's
Yeah,
such
a
a drag. Is long.
I actually didn't hate 3. It wasn't my favorite, but I didn't hate 3.
Yeah,
I need to finish Rogue. I'm pretty close though. I just honestly,
yeah,
what I want to do is go back in and just crank out the story, because I usually I get super deep and
yeah.
I
You
wanna
gotta do all the
just,
side missions, and
I got another game sitting there like waiting. I never even touched Unity.
I forgot about you.
Yeah, I never got into Unity.
Fuck, I still have to do Unity. But
I heard very.
it was all the
very
bugs,
glitchy.
right? It had all the
Yeah.
bugs, so
And I mean, it's probably like somewhat better now with patches and stuff, but I heard it never really got great.
yeah. I remember it being like really cool because of the co-op thing, but then I heard it sucked, so I never.
Yeah, it was like a cool concept, but I heard it was probably the least favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
So I may or may not at some point pick it up for like $10. But
I still need to go back and beat Assassin's Creed 1. I beat it, but it's the closest game I am to having 1,000 gamer score and at a game. But it's the 2 achievements that will take the longest. It's finding all the flags and finding all the hidden Templar chests.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
And I'm so close on both, but it's just like, oh man, just like having to go through all those cities and just like hopefully find.
and just like the clunky mechanics.
Mm-hmm. And like that's back in the day where like you would travel between cities. Like you can fast travel once you can find the city,
Yeah,
but they would have like stuff for you to find in between the cities too. So like
Yes.
it literally can be anywhere.
yes.
Never was big into the Assassin's Creed ones.
No,
I mean, I played, but again, you have to. I'm still fairly new to gaming, so
although I would pay a good dollar to see you play Assassin's Creed.
I did it once back at your aunt's house.
It would
when
be
we had
fun.
one of our
Yeah.
late night hangs there.
Yeah, but I want
Yeah.
to see you do it now that you actually
Yeah, now
have
you're
like some control.
True.
And yeah, that'd be good.
It'd be good.
Yeah.
It'd be good.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of shouting, a lot of like
A lot of head movement.
a lot of me being.
As soon as he starts trying to free climb,
2 things we want. Yeah, he moves his head a lot. It hurts my head watching him play video games sometimes.
it does. Yeah,
Yeah, you have to kind of ignore me if you're gonna be playing.
No,
me.
what we really need to do is my cousin Timmy got the VR for PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
And he has the spooky games like Outlast and Resident Evil and all those
in
games.
virtual reality.
In virtual
oh
reality.
My God.
Goodness.
So I really want Sterling to play virtual reality in a spooky game and us film it because he's already hilarious playing it regular with a controller.
I started playing
God.
Alien Isolation
Yeah.
Oh.
again on my PC, and it's pretty good. Definitely nerve wracking.
Yeah. I never went back after we stopped playing it.
Yeah,
Scary.
I played and I was like, all right, this wasn't too bad. Like, so far so good. And then, as soon as like the alien just like showed up, I was like, my butthole got so tight.
It's scary, dude. Games get you sometimes
like, I don't-
unexpectedly.
I don't love this.
I don't want to play. Like, I hate when I play games that are spooky by yourself and you're like, this is how I die.
This is it.
This is the start of a scary, horrible movie, and I am the protagonist.
Still never finished Outlast.
No.
Nope.
We literally got...
No,
we haven't even finished the first level.
No.
Nope. Napes.
But no, we're going to play it. We're going to play it and we're going to do like a full play. And we're going to have... We'll switch off plays.
Yeah,
but
no, we have to.
But we'll all be watching.
And we might need to be this drunk off this jungle juice for our nerves.
Yeah. It'll be good. And we have to wait until it's spooky outside.
Oh, God.
A spooky October because they just announced Outlast 2, so maybe that'd be a good time to play the first one.
I know.
I'm in it, you guys. I'm into video games. I'm so far behind. I have a huge back catalog of games I've never beaten or touched or put in my console, but I just want to buy new games and not play them. Not
His
play
eyes get a
them.
little glazed when he talks about it.
I just want to spend money on things I'm never gonna play.
Let's talk about Anthem.
Yeah.
Yes, I just watched the trailer for Anthem.
looks so
I'm
good.
excited.
Especially if I get an Xbox One X, it's gonna look so good.
So,
Did we look up who the studio house was?
I was pretty... No, we didn't.
No, Vamp, and I'll look it up.
You want some of this?
No, thank you. I cannot.
This juice, though. This juice.
Yeah, dude, that one looks really awesome. I like the idea of like the exosuit. You know, like
Yeah, like kind of very
swap it
Dead
out, you know?
Space.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Just seems like very like I like the level of customization.
Yeah, it's very it's BioWare. So yeah,
It is
it's very
Okay,
BioWare.
there, yeah. That always throws me back to some
I was
of
like,
my
I
favorite.
assume Bioware because it was the team that did Mass Effect. But
Yeah.
I was like, maybe they split off. I don't know.
Yeah, that always throws me back to some of my favorite like early animes and stuff, like Guyver, or the Guyver, I guess, and like TV shows, anything where someone got to wear a suit. That's why like Iron Man was one of my favorite heroes growing up, even though I wasn't big in like the Marvel universe. But anytime someone could strap on a cool robotic suit
It just looks badass.
and be badass,
Yeah.
I was in. I was in.
No, it looks really good. It looks really pretty.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those games where most of the games that come out at E3, I'm not really like, oh, gotta buy it, or like I try not to get the hype because a lot of stuff's gonna change.
Yep.
You know, from their first announcement
Rapidly.
to like actual release.
Yeah.
I think the only games I've ever like let myself get like super hard about are like, you know, Titanfall, Destiny, things of that manner. But yeah, Anthem, I'm like, that's on my list. I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Anthem's
follow,
definitely
I'm gonna
on the
follow
watch
this.
list.
Yep.
So good.
Titanfall 2 was a really good game.
Yeah,
Like,
I liked it.
and that one, like, I don't feel like they like over-promised or anything. You know, like
No, it was a solid. It was a
back
solid
on it,
campaign.
Like,
Probably one of my favorite levels ever in a for FPS.
yeah,
The like cool one.
yeah.
I don't know if it's been out long enough to spoil it or not. So
yeah.
I so wish that I could play that game.
yeah, a lot of motion,
Way too fast for
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That parkour, just nope.
parkour, jumping,
Jumping, platforming.
platforming, robot fighting.
The robot fighting was the part I was interested in, even though I'm terrible at piloting things. I drive really well in real life, but I'm terrible at like flying any sort of craft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I let him play Everspace for like
Oh, that went
2 minutes.
so wrong so fast.
Yeah, you get that third axis in
as
the.
soon as he got an extra dimension like of movement in there, he was fucked.
He was like, "Shit, Z, I didn't study this in the academy."
Yeah, he's already bad enough just like keeping his car on the street in like GTA.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto has been proving.
And that's just one axis of movement.
I'm jonesing from GTA right now. Like it's almost been 3 hours. When played.
You're like, got to get.
I gotta make my money back.
You do.
Yeah,
I have $80,000.
it's enough for a couple of boxes
Oh man, I know.
that we then just can't fuck up.
Can't fuck up at all.
And we have to get lucky and get another like private.
Yeah,
server
private
that's
server
public.
that's public. We can't do it on a friend-only server.
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
Because we can do MC missions on a private-only server.
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
You looked it up?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That sucks.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do MC contracts on private server, but you can't do like the resupply and like cocaine moving missions and those kind of stuff. You have to
Oh,
do those
okay.
public.
You have to have like some
Anything
level
that
of
involves like moving packages for money has to be public.
sick.
Yeah.
Great.
Total cool. Total cool.
Total cool. Not total cool, by the way.
So, I want to avoid spoilers, but Tom has been having a very hard time watching Attack on Titan.
Yeah, dude.
Recently.
Season 2 Attack on Titan. Fuck you, dude. Like the last 4 episodes have just been filler nonsense.
Oh,
Everyone is having their like spoiler alert.
much.
Spoiler for ATO season 2. If you do
so
not
much flashback.
give us like 5 minutes to talk about it and then come back. Yeah, dude. Everyone's just having those little moments with Reinhold and Bernhardt,
Bernhardt.
and they're all just like, "What? You're a Titan? How can you do this?
Reinhard.
Why are you doing this? Why?" And then Aaron's like, I must escape. This is all my fault." And then Mikasa is like, "I will get Aaron back." And then Ymir's like, Historia, I want to fuck you. And then Historia's like, Ymir, I'll always be your friend, even though they want to kill you. And then like Burkhart's like, we didn't say that. She wants to kill us. And Historia's like, what? I don't know. I still love Ymir. And then like, boom, the episode's over. And you're like,
Ymir.
Nothing happened.
I like how they use like classic Norwegian names for this group of people.
Yeah. I just hate it. Like, I can understand episode 9, like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's kind of a good episode. Like,
It gives a good setup.
good setup.
Like, all
But
right.
then, like, as you mold on it, you're like, there's only 12 episodes this season. Maybe not the whole episode could have been that. And you're like, okay, it's all right. Episode 10 will make it up. Okay, episode 10 did not set up anything. Great.
Didn't really change much.
Okay,
at all.
well, episode 11, surely,
gotta
okay,
be
shit is about to go off because everyone's colliding right now. And, like, it kind of starts, like the penis is kind of getting there. Like, the Viagra is starting to kick in, but, like, you know, the heart's just not strong enough, and, like, it's just not working. So, yeah. And, like I was telling Jason, there's a good chance it's not getting a season 3. So, because the season 1 was only started to sell more manga.
Yeah.
You know, and it's been like 8 years since season 2 was made, so and it didn't even get like a full run. It got 12 eps.
Yeah, should be good.
It's like the 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
Oh, that filler arc.
That filler. But season 2 is coming.
That's true.
It's just they gave us a little teaser, a little tip to clit action.
Tip to
I don't
clip.
know if
Do you guys want some slang?
Oh yeah, let's
play some slang.
it. On that note, please let's slang it.
Also, Sterling, make sure you talk into that mic.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. There you go. Now I can hear
got
you.
some lean.
Dude,
Yeah, you
Slowly.
were definitely leaning. I was
I
like,
got some lean.
I can't hear you.
I apologize. Yeah.
For those of you who haven't caught on by now,
Let's slang it.
in this segment we dig into some like current generation slang from kind of across the United States.
It's like drinking egg yolks.
Oh God. May not all be relevant to your particular region.
Not region specific.
But I've done a lot of like research into like Google, like multiple websites, and then my little brother and my sister-in-law, and trying to just dig into that youth mentality.
Yeah,
and then the boys try to guess the nature of the word. I'll give them the word and a sentence, and then they guess it, and we just keep a tally. Last episode, no new points for Garner.
No new
0.
points. So it still stands. Me and Gabe
Screw
tied
you,
at
Brick.
1, who's not here, and then Sterling at 0.
Yeah. Some of these take a very unexpected turn.
Some.
Well, obviously some people have figured it out.
Yeah.
The people who made them.
I mean, and you guys. It's not like there's 0 points on the board. No one's got anything.
Mostly it's me, I guess. I'm not getting it.
Sterling just is not hip.
I'm not.
Okay. Let's pick some words
Please,
here.
before I shame
Oh, here we go. Okay. The word.
You're going first, Sterling.
All right, thanks.
The word is banger. And the sentence is, son, check out my new banger.
Oh, that's a car. That's what I guess. It's a car.
Shit. Yeah, do I have to give a different answer? Because, like, check out my new
You
banger.
guys can both check out. You can do the
Like,
same answer.
yeah, I'm going to bang in the back seat. I'm a kid. I don't have a lot of places to bang. So, yeah, my new banger.
You guys are wrong.
Shit.
Wait,
It is a sharp object or knife.
what?
A new,
How does that make any sense?
I don't
Like-
know.
A banger.
A banger.
that almost sounds
Check
like,
out my new.
if anything, a banger should be a gun.
You
like,
would think, right?
I.
I've also heard it used for like music, but this is specifically for New York.
Okay.
New York slang.
Really?
Guns are illegal in New York.
I've heard it for music.
Yeah, like that
this
song's a banger.
That's a banger.
But
like,
nope, it's a knife or a sharp weapon.
Oh my god, this just changed some of the conversations I heard while at work. Oh god.
Like, people have knives around you?
No, they haven't, but oh yeah, that banger. Oh god. Okay.
You gotta watch that.
Yeah. Wow. Who knew being so unhip would put me in danger?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it can't be good.
Alright.
Do you want to do Tom's choice?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
please.
let's do a Tom's choice. 'Cause I'm on such a roll right now.
All right, so I came up with this one the other day. It's not a Sophie's choice like normal Tom choices. This is just one where I present you with a sum of money, and then
Like, given activity.
I'm gonna give you an activity, and you tell me yes or no if you would do it. Ready?
Yes.
Alright.
$600,000,
It's an oddly
Awesome.
specific sum of money, but all right,
Yeah, all right.
I'm in.
but you got to get your asshole tattooed once a year.
What? Like, the actual hole?
Yeah.
And once.
Have you seen
every
butthole
year.
tattoos?
Yes.
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 Yes. So, like, the first one will be, like, something cool. The next year will be a cover-up. The year after that will be another cover-up.
Eventually, you're just going to have a black ink asshole,
Yes.
is what you're going for.
Yeah.
Every year for the rest of your life, or is there a time limit?
Yeah.
I don't think about it. Let's do...
Said every year.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
There's a lot of ass
Like-
tat.
Definitely not for really
Nope.
like.
Let's do at least the next 10 years.
No,
Oh, no.
No?
no.
No.
Wow. $600,000, you guys.
I could think of a lot of other ways to make $600,000.
How? Right now, cash, tax-free,
I could sell a kidney.
for $600,000.
I probably could.
I
on the
don't,
black
would any,
market.
can you give the organ as a diabetic?
Technically, yes. As long as my sugars are good. I found out just recently that I can start donating blood again.
Weird.
I'm really excited, actually.
What blood type are you?
Huh?
What blood type are you?
AB positive.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I won't get any of your weird diabetic blood.
What do you mean weird?
I don't want to
It's
catch your
weird.
diabetes.
You can't catch diabetes.
Catch the diabetes.
That's what the government wants you to think, Sterling.
Oh my goodness.
You remember the 90s? You remember AIDS? I do.
This got weird.
Wow, you took that in such a strange direction.
I did. It's still happening, you guys.
Yeah.
It's
That's-
like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not inaccurate,
No.
but I don't know.
It's more HIV. There's a pill now. It's cool. I mean, it's not cool.
No,
It kind of sucks.
I mean, yeah, it's still a
Okay.
global epidemic.
All right. It's going to get weird.
Okay.
Speaking of AIDS. Do you remember back in the day, the documentary that came out on Disney about AIDS?
No.
No.
No? You guys don't remember this?
No.
So like it was back in the day, early or late 90s,
Okay.
maybe early 2000s. I'm pretty sure it was late 90s though.
Alright.
Disney did a bunch of like hour and a half long documentaries of like certain life events or certain like things going on. And one of them they did was on AIDS, and it was like following. I think it was 3 people, but the one I remember was this son or this boy who was born with AIDS because his mom had AIDS.
With HIV?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, and I just remember like him like out speaking and stuff, and it was like this whole documentary, and they played it a lot on Disney Channel. You don't remember this?
Never saw
See,
this.
the thing is, I didn't watch the Disney Channel when I was a kid.
Okay.
I did not actually care for Disney Channel stuff. I didn't even particularly like Nickelodeon that much.
Pete and Pete? You don't like Pete and Pete?
Okay, I wasn't really into Nick. Like,
Keenan and Kel?
Action Team
watched
Hunger Force? No, what was that? The one with the action
Aqua Teen
figures?
Hunger
No,
Force?
the
No.
ones the action figures had like the melting man
that
and
was
the mayor.
that one was funny. Yeah,
That was, I want to call it like Kaboom Kapow.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Action Team Go?
Action Team.
Like there was a bunch of different segments in it, but
Yeah.
the show was called Kazam.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was it. I watched that.
And then they had a bunch of different. They had like the alien and the Martian.
The alien and the monkey. Remember, as the Martian came to Earth, it was primordial.
I guess it was a monkey. I was thinking it was I was saying alien and a Martian. I meant the alien and like I thought it was a caveman or a monkey or something. Yeah. There were all the action figures.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a little doodle comic strip kind of thing, but
Yeah.
like really ridiculous.
It was kind of like Mad, Mad
Yeah.
magazine, Mad TV.
So I think it was called Friends for Life.
Nope.
No, not the show.
Oh,
the
sorry.
documentary.
Documentary.
Oh,
It was called Friends for Life. It deals with AIDS through the eyes of kids.
Oh,
Wow, yeah.
Premiered on the Disney Channel.
And I watched a lot of Disney Channel. I do not recall ever seeing this.
See,
Yeah.
I watched Disney movies. I watched some things on Nickelodeon, but
1998.
mostly I was waiting for Cartoon Network, Toonami, man. That was my ish.
Yeah.
And Saturday morning cartoons.
Do you remember putting VHS tapes in and recording Saturday morning cartoons when you had to like
yeah.
go to soccer or something?
All the time. See, I went to hockey.
Yeah.
Mostly. That was for years. Roller hockey.
So good.
Such good shows. I have a great board on Pinterest that's all just full of like old cartoons and TV shows. It's the nostalgia factor is huge.
So good. So good. That's all I got. You guys, we're done.
You guys want another word?
HIV?
Yeah.
Wow.
What about HIV?
That's the note you were in.
We're just stopping on.
Oh, that's we're ending on that. Yep.
Well, Tom was stopping on H.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Let's
I'm
do another
glad
one.
Au pair. Yeah, I'm just glad I remembered.
Yeah. Au pair.
Gotta hold that word. Gotta hold it.
Yeah, I
Yep,
gotta remember
bravo.
it. So when a week from now, I'm like, what was that word? I'm gonna listen to this like, au pair. Yes.
Pair. All right, guys. The word, and I'll spell it for you because it's an unusual word.
Okay.
The word is Wylan. WYLIN apostrophe. Wylan. Sentence would be, she was straight Wylan last weekend.
What?
All right, I got this. So there's this show. I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Nick Cannon's Wild Now. You know.
Nick Cannon's wilding out?
Yeah, Nick Cannon's the host. I don't know if he does it anymore. It was pretty popular. King Batch was on it, so I think it's still around.
Okay.
But it's like wild and like acting goofy, like being the life of the party. Like she was wilding out. Like she was like not like acting out, but like she was on top of her game at a party, like just, you know, in free form. Like she was the life of the party, kind of like wilding out, you know?
Okay.
Okay.
Man, I think it's too much to give him credit for like saying like whiling away time, like wasting time. But so I'm not gonna do that because I wish that was the case. But I know, and just knowing these kids and seeing these words, I can't give them that much credit. So I'm gonna say it's like going wild, like reference to a word from a slightly previous generation, like going ham, but going kind of crazy on something.
Point goes to Sterling.
Whoa.
You were close, Tom, but it's out of control.
Okay.
So
Wild.
your initial kind of like wilding, like being wild at a party, I was like, oh, like then
Yeah.
you were kind of like top of your game. It kind of drifted away from it a little bit.
No worries.
But yeah,
So wild, going crazy.
Going crazy.
Wilding.
Wild.
Like you're wild and yeah.
God, I hate that. The way it sounds, it literally almost makes my ears bleed.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Don't, you know, you just got a brick, you know, just hang out.
You just brick out, man.
Brick out.
God. Really? Really?
Dude, I'm just
No,
saying.
guys.
Just
You're acting
saying,
pretty
you want to
burnt,
connect
yeah.
with the youth, you gotta use their verbiage, or give them candy out of a van. I forget. I forget how that goes.
All right.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I just definitely ripped ass over here. It smells disgusting.
Wow.
I don't want to be in this chair anymore.
And there's nowhere to
juice
hide.
life.
There's nowhere to hide.
Over in that corner.
I just have to be here with my shame. Live what I've done.
Have you guys ever been like offered candy?
No.
Like, or had any like? So I know it was like a big scare. I'm not to say it doesn't happen,
Yeah.
but like, has anyone like that you know, or like I've never had any friends who were like, oh yeah, like stranger danger kind of thing, like for real, you know?
I've had like a couple of stranger dangers, but nothing like I recall. And I was very like, no, you're weird. And I left. Like,
Yeah.
I remember hearing about like kids getting offered to like see a puppy at Big Rock Park, actually, to reference like a location. There was a guy in a van and he approached a group of
it's
kids.
always a fan.
Yeah, and he said, "Oh, I've a puppy. You kids want to see it?" And he was talking to. It was over there. Used to be like dirt jumps that someone built up. At
Yeah.
Big Rock Park to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For bikes and stuff. Yeah.
But that's about it. That's the closest I've ever like heard of anything like that.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of weird.
Just curious.
Yeah.
I grew up in a good neighborhood, a cul-de-sac.
I did too.
I grew up in a bunch of neighborhoods, but like none of them were bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I remember nowadays
moved a
is
lot.
like I think about the times that I saw kids getting picked on, and at the time thinking about I should do something, but like not doing anything. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Those are the things I think about now. It's like man, if I was if I was like me, but by age back then, you know, like now, I definitely like would like I would definitely handle that situation this way now instead of like this. I remember one time like. That wasn't even too long ago. This was like in high school, freshman year. I used to take the bus to and from school.
Yeah.
I remember getting off at our local like transit center, and I got off, and there was like 4 adult like batos, like just totally like gangstered out, like giving this little kid shit. Like he must have been like 10 or 12.
Jeez.
And just been like, you were looking at me, man. Like, what are you going to do about this? You were looking at me. You gave me disrespect. What are you going to do about this? I remember, like, walking by the situation. I remember the kid looking at me, like, help. Like, that look. And I just, like looked. I was like, I don't know. Like, I was, like, because I was only 13 at the time. 13,
Yeah,
14.
like,
I wasn't, like, an older kid.
Or something. Like.
But I was just like, fuck. And I just, like, kept on walking. And, like, it's one of those moments I still think about today. I was like, I could have just walked up and be like, hey, man, what's going on? That's my older brother. Like, leave him alone. Like, and just, like, walked away and found an adult, like, or something. Like, there's a police station, like, outpost right there. I could have just walked over that way. Like, I don't know. It's one of the things where you just think about, like, oh man, like,
yeah, it's always easier to look back on that, like,
yeah, hindsight for sure.
See, I didn't have those things like that. Didn't happen around me, most because I was big, and I was known for being, even though I don't know if I was or not, I was known for being like a goody two shoes.
Yeah.
So people didn't do stuff when I was around. Like, people would tell me about it if something was happening, like, somewhere, but, like, if I was around, things didn't happen.
Yeah.
And it's kind of always stayed the case. I think that's why, like, I was so good at security for when I was in the fraternity, because when I was there, bad shit didn't happen.
Yeah.
But
you know what? That's another thing I found out. After I graduated high school, I found out, like, everyone was fucking each other. I was like, I had no idea all this was going on. This happened in high school? Are you kidding me? I remember that being like a what's the word? Revelation. Yeah. Just sitting there one day and being like, "What?
You too?
What? Everyone?
Everyone?
All the people except me?"
Like I was like perfectly happy with my high school career until I found that. I was like, I didn't do shit in high school.
I did a lot.
I hanged out in the theater, and I played music with my vocal cords.
I don't know why that statement just sounded so.
It sounded
there,
so
bro.
weird.
I don't know why.
Well, I was gonna say I played music, but then I was like, I didn't play music. I sung and danced and acted. So then I was like, I guess vocal cords are an instrument,
in a sense.
Yeah, you know, some would say a versatile instrument. Yeah, I don't know. I never really encountered, like, at any stage of my career, at least not physical bullying. I'm sure there was, like, you know, name calling and teasing and stuff that, like, went on longer than it probably should have, you know, where I was like, yeah, I probably could have stepped in and been like, hey, like, cut it out, but like you said, a lot of times just kind of didn't.
I was bullied in elementary school, so I always have like this innate, like, I'm always the victim. And it's weird, like, even though I'm like 26 now and I'm like, I could stand up for myself, there's still like this moment of when I see like bullying or someone picks on me, I'm like, also doesn't help that my parents used to fight. When they fight, I also get really anxious with fighting.
Yeah.
I guess I
just got anxious talking about it.
It's been years. My sophomore year, second year of football.
Bottoms up, motherfuckers.
Some guys that were seniors got cut from the varsity team and came down to the JV team, and so they started practicing and working with us. And that's when things kind of like changed with the group that I was in. I was on the offensive line, and these guys started not just ragging on me, but like actually like bullying me.
Yeah,
it sucks, dude.
And that sucked. And it's not like I didn't fight back. I did. It's just that there were two of them. They were bigger. They were older, and they kind of got the rest of the guys on their side. And that was like just that betrayal, because we were a close group before that. And but yeah, and so literally I would yell back at them. I'd insult them. I'd hit them. And I just couldn't do anything. I was like, literally, they had like a foot on me, and these guys were men.
Yeah.
And one day I came out of the locker room and wow, damn.
Oh shit.
Did you just pound that syrup?
He finished it.
Damn.
I made poor choices.
Yeah. But yeah, one day I came out of the locker room and I was finally breaking down, and my dad had come to watch practice and he saw me and he's like, what happened? And he went into the locker room and he scared the Jesus out of him. Like, the bejesus out of him.
Dude, yeah, your dad's a scary bro.
my dad can do it. But yeah, and so after that, things got better.
It gets better.
Yeah.
It gets. Oh, my vision just went blurry.
Yeah, but that's what you just drank.
God.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, I guess that's one.
Did you learn nothing from last night?
Is that really just last night?
Night before, maybe?
The night before. It was
I guess
Friday.
it was Friday.
Yeah, because he was saying it was Sangria Sunday, but I was like, it's definitely Friday.
You're like, it's Friday.
This juice is making me pour sweat.
I am free.
I had a subject, but I don't even know if...
Did you write it down?
Yeah, of course I wrote it down.
Then read it.
I was just going off of like we did the superpowers at one time.
Yeah.
If you could be any character in like a story-based RPG, what would you do? Like, would you pick a specific skill? Would you pick an item, or would you pick a certain class? I was just going to ask that to the group. And I was going to relate it back to games, but we got on such a good move.
Oh, no, you're good. That's a great question, though. RPG, like in general, like any RPG, or just like...
Yeah, I think along fantasy lines, but if you want to do any RPG, that's
So what was the question? I'm sorry, because there was a lot to it.
Yes, it's a multi-tier. So, all right, let's think about this in like terms of some of my favorite novels. You're being pulled from this
You're
world.
going to make me throw up, Jay. You're rocking the whole trailer. I'm sorry.
You're good.
All right, so you're being pulled from this world and you're being sent to an alternate world, alternate universe.
Kid in King Arthur's court status.
Something of that nature. You can either get one power
Okay.
or like ability that'll help you out. You can pick a item, or you can pick a specific class that you can learn while in this world.
So you have to pick one of those three?
One of those three. You only get one.
So you'd have I guess the class would be like a set of skills
That you
sort
can
of,
once you
like-
get there, like you are basically a journeyman in something, or a beginning of something. Like you arrive and you are a trainee knight.
Okay.
Okay. I think I would go with, mage, right? Like, if I had to go for it, like, the idea of, like, having magic would be fucking sick. Like, so, yeah, if I could be, like, apprentice of a mage, or even if I showed up and my one power was, like, oh, you have fireball. I'd be like, fuck yeah, I have fireball. I'm gonna spend the next decade making this fireball the biggest fucking fireball in the world and, like, take out armies with it and rule the world.
So Thomas wants to become the demon king in this.
I don't want to be a demon king. I'll rule fairly. It's just anyone who steps up will be put in their place.
All right.
Anyone that talks out of line, fireball.
Fireball. I'll call it Phoenix Fire.
Okay.
It's kind of cool.
Because from the ashes, I'll rebuild a better society.
Oh, wow.
It's good stuff.
I don't know, man. I should write or something. Novels.
Oh, this is really challenging.
Yeah. That's why I was like, yeah, it's a...
From the top of your head. Just whatever comes. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks,
bro.
Just trying to kill this dead space.
I know,
That's
it's
just
not-
looming that I'm going to have to find now in the middle of this edit.
I'm in deep thought.
I fucking do whatever comes first.
I don't know. Like, I too think that if given the choice to have like an ability, oh my gosh, like I'd be hard pressed to not go like some sort of magic. My problem is that I don't know like what route I'd want to go. Like, I guess, like, I don't think I'd want to rule. I don't really enjoy ruling. That's not my jam. So maybe I would go like transmutation or something and just be able to live like super comfortably.
Like a teleportation blink status?
No.
No, like transmutation. It's not a transportation. So like alchemy or, whatever.
Like he could change, common metals into gold.
Yeah.
Or he could, create matter of sorts.
Yeah, people like, hey, like, I don't know, can you like make this wood carving, I don't know, into stone or whatever? I'm like, sure, like,
Sure.
if that's what you want, like, I don't know, whatever, like, it'd be 8 gold, like,
Yeah.
boom, there it is. Like,
So you want to bring down an economy by flushing it with precious metals.
But he's not necessarily making...
not necessarily.
Yeah. Wow.
What?
Harsh.
It's not hard. Everyone kept coming to you like, can you make gold? Can you make me gold? And you're like, yeah, whatever.
But here's the thing, though, like, for me, like, everything would have a cost. I wouldn't just be like, yeah, give me 2 gold and I'll make you 40 gold worth of gold. Like,
Yeah.
That's not worth my time.
No.
But if you're like, hey, like, I want you to make this rose gold or something, like, okay, but that'll be double the amount of gold that I just put back into that economy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like
Or you could turn
nothing's
yourself into the
free.
ultimate banking system. Like, okay, For your investment of here's your 40 gold, I will give you this, pure gold dagger. It's easier to hide, and you don't have to worry about a bunch of like gold coinage.
Yeah, whatever, exactly.
Yeah,
but
like there's ways to.
I wouldn't just be throwing precious metals out into the world because I would just make them for myself if I wanted to flood the economy.
Yeah.
But just be able to be like, if that's what you want, that's fine. But my services come with a price. So
Yeah. Blowjobs.
Blowjobs. I'm gonna flood the market with blowjobs, and the market.
Flood the market with your jizz and all your kids. Then you take over through a generational thing.
Wow.
Maybe not that.
Has that ever happened? That's never happened on a country scale.
I mean, not realistically.
No.
No.
Not really.
You can only
produce one human every
9 months, 10 months technically.
10 months, and you're supposed to technically wait 6 months, right?
Yeah.
So
It doesn't always pan out that way.
yeah, it doesn't always, but
unless you have a harem.
Yeah, so let's say a kid every year, just to be nice.
Basically.
Just be super optimistic.
Yeah, and saying maybe 1 out of 3 kids survive without complications because, it's the olden times. So yeah, even 10 years, you only have 6 kids that go out and grow up to 18 and then start.
This is assuming one partner.
But yeah, we're also. Oh yeah. So yeah.
Oh yeah, you could.
Again,
So
like
it
I
is
said,
possible.
the harem thing. If you have 100 wives and you're able to impregnate all 100 of them.
Follow me down this rabbit hole, if you
Okay.
will.
Taking your hand,
Yeah, please.
metaphorically.
Down the rabbit hole we go, because we are late. Oh, so very late. Chubby Cat Harem? Anime?
I mean, it's a very
Should we start our own comic book?
popular trope.
Yeah.
TM?
Yeah. I mean, that's
Shit,
a
you
really
guys.
popular light manga, light novel, anime, manga.
I just like the idea of us 3 people being normal and all of a sudden falling into an alternate universe, but all of a sudden there's a harem and everyone's like, the outsiders, you have to marry, you are going to save our universe, you have to help us repopulate our world, and it's just kind of
I would feel conflicted as the one married
yeah, I'm saying,
man.
you be the married man, certainly be the one be down. Yeah, certainly just be down. And
So
then
they'd be like, shh, you don't have to give me reasons.
Thomas
my
would be
hands are already off.
Thomas, as I'm speaking of myself in the third, would be very hesitant,
awkward.
be like, I kind of want to find true. He'd be the one trying to find true love. Does that make sense?
I feel like that's a horrible reflection of me that I would. Who's to say I wouldn't find love? But I'm also incredibly. Sexual,
You would find
so.
love balls
I
deep.
would. That's true.
That's what I'm saying now. I would
You'd
be
be like,
that.
I love this one the best.
Plus-
I keep going back.
Plus,
to
we
this
also have to
one.
cover all 3 bases.
Technically, I come from a Mormon background. No, there's no slave. That's just. Oh God, that's
true.
a terrible reference.
This got weird.
My bad.
Can I ask you a question about Mormonism without you getting upset?
Yeah, of course.
Because this is me from ignorance, not
all good.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
that I'm an expert, but yeah.
No. I'm sure you can answer this. I'm pretty sure you can answer this question because I can't remember if this is Mormonism or Scientology.
Okay. Wow.
Good lead in. All right.
Good lead in. I know.
like this.
So I've actually throughout my life had a lot of Mormon friends, but they're never practicing. And then some of the things I'm like, I just never gone to ask because I just don't really care. But I'm kind of want this clarified. Do you guys get your own planet? Is that you guys or is that Scientology? Because Scientology also gets their own planet and afterlife. I'm speaking in afterlife, afterlife firms,
that is actually a correct
thing.
Mormon
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not necessarily your own world. It's you go there with your soulmate.
Okay.
That's
right, and you kind of live out your life and that. So it's almost because the only thing I've grown up knowing is heaven. So it'd kind of be your own personal heaven.
When Mormons, if they're strong in the faith, if they've been baptized in the church, they go into the afterlife and they go, and if they didn't meet their soulmate in life, they meet their soulmate in heaven. And they,
oh shit, I didn't know that. So
you will be with the one that you're meant to be with.
That's crazy.
And
Even if you never met.
If you're both Mormons.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you might go up there and be like, "Oh shit, it's a complete stranger."
I was married. So say I was married to I'm trying to think. All the names just came into my mouth are people we know
Yeah.
that aren't Mormons, just names I don't want to use. Let's say I go up there and all of a sudden I was married my whole life to Rachel.
Yeah.
And Rachel was awesome, and we got along. We had kids. We were happy.
Yeah.
We were both Mormon, both baptized. I went passed on, and she had died before me, but I passed on. And I show up at this planet, and like Sarah is there. This woman named Sarah.
Very likely the person that you had been married with
will be there.
Would be the
Okay.
yeah. I mean, again, I'm no expert.
Yeah,
on
no, I got you.
But yeah, that's the basic thing. You would go and you would reside with God.
Yeah.
Until the time when He, lets you go to this place where you are with the one you truly love, and that is where you reside. And yeah, some people deem it like another world or another planet. I'm not exactly sure the specifics.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically it's like looking at it, that's your
That's how I've heard it referred to as
that's
like
where you
another
go,
world.
Yeah. And in this place you can go and be with God forever, and you could also be in this place with the person that you're meant to be with.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to make it a weird like theological.
No.
I was curious. I was like,
No, by no means. Yeah. A big corner of the Mormon Church, and I'm not sure when this came to be, as I know a lot of people bring up the polygamy thing, because that
like the sister wives.
Yeah, that's not practicing Mormonism. That has nothing to do with the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
That was a split off from the church that kind of remained and did its own thing. Polygamy was just
sounds like a lot of wives.
Yeah, it was about supporting people in the community.
Yeah.
It was just I'm no expert on the matter. But yeah, and so a big like cornerstone of the church is finding your soulmate. So finding that your one true love.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's good stuff though.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Me either.
So yeah, that's a big thing. That's why family's so very important, because you're that's something you're creating with the person that you were meant to be with.
Yeah.
That otherwise they don't really believe in like predestination, like you're meant to like go to heaven or hell or anything of that nature. I don't even know if they ever reference a hell. But most Christianized do kind of reference either like a state of limbo, hell, and heaven.
Yeah.
But
do you want to know a fun fact about the Catholic Church real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Flogging. This is about flogging. You ready for this fact? Mm-hmm. So, back in the day, people used to flog themselves because that's, they wanted to feel like suffering, the same suffering that Jesus suffered. They wanted to be close.
Self-flagellation.
Yeah. So the church was like, hey, that's a good idea. Yes, flog yourself. You know what happened 2 years later? Church was, hey, how about we don't flog it? No more flogging. No more flogging. You want to know why they said no more flogging? So what was happening in that 2 year span when people were like, oh, they would get together and they would start flogging each other. Some people found that they enjoyed getting flogged a lot.
Session.
And so you had some mass flogging orgies going on in the name of the church.
Spontaneous.
Church is like, hey, maybe just like self-flagellation only in like your closet.
So yeah, that's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Fun fact about flogging. $250,000.
Okay.
Another oddly specific sum, but okay.
But every time you have a dirty thought, you have to flog yourself at least twice.
Like with what?
Yeah.
With a leather whip with like the three tassels.
Like a thong? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. For 1 year.
Yeah.
Sterling, your back's going to be so callous at the end of that year. Because you're thinking about sex right now.
Yep.
I know you.
I don't think I'd get to leave the house.
Probably
I know
not.
you dirty. Oh shit! I know you dirty little motherfucker.
Wow.
You guys have anything else you want to talk about?
No, we got time.
I'm gonna wrap it up here.
Let's wrap that. Let's wrap it.
This has gone long. We've gone an hour.
Going to the OT.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I was like, all right, like we're going off into the
We're going in.
the OT zone.
Going a little long today.
It's all good.
That's all right, you guys, because we bring it to you because we love you. We love everything about you.
And flogging.
And flogging. Hit me up on my mobile if you want to hit me up for some flogging later.
After this, are you guys busy or?
I've always wanted to go to a real sex party. So I've gone to an orgy once. I didn't participate, but like I want to go to like a sex club.
They have them here in San Diego.
Yes, they do. So anyways, you guys, thanks for listening to episode 38 of Chubby Cat, season 4. Is it season? We're in season 4, right?
Yeah, I guess,
1,
right?
10, 20, 30. Yeah, so season 4 finale is coming up soon. What are we going to do for episode 40? Or episode 39? Next episode.
Everyone has a Facebook Live.
Oh, God, that is next episode.
Yeah, I think it's something fun to do. So yeah, if you have suggestions, email us at chubbycatpodcast, no S after podcast, @gmail.com. So that's literally CHUBBYCATPODCAST @GMALI.com.
We cracked the code. That was why no one was...
There we go. Crack the code.
No one was emailing or rating or anything?
Hit us up on the social medias, as always. Find that info down in the link dump. And also, still got 2 weeks left to subscribe and review us on iTunes and share with a friend to be entered in a chance to... and entered into a drawing to win a $10 gift card to your choice, if you shall win. What? I know. I'm fucking generous. Call me Mother Teresa, bitch. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for listening. And until next week, as always, please rub-a-dub chubs.